Okay, video number 3 in the 100 lesson violin jazz series. The question I want to ask, and I get asked all the time, is jazz hard? I've already mentioned that it can be hard, but ultimately, no, it's not. Is improvisation hard would be a better question. Ultimately, no. If you have my Fiddle Jam book, or have been to a member of my Fiddle Jam Institute website, you'll know I teach and preach this all the time. So to be a great improviser doesn't have anything to do with technique, doesn't have anything to do with anything other than you being completely confident in playing one note exactly when you want it and how you want it. That is greatness. I don't care if you just go and play that note exactly in the song, exactly where you want. You just can't wait to play that one note exactly where it is. And you pre-hear it in your head and you know when it's coming. It's coming right now. That's improvisation at its core. And that is, in my opinion, if you're completely in control of that one note, and then the next note, and the next note, you are great. You are the epitome of greatness. The greatest people that we laud as, they're the most wonderful historical people in the idiom of jazz or anything, really, even sports or something. They're at one with their skills and their creative ideas, and they're kind of tapped into something beyond themselves. Not to get too religious or spiritual here, but it's impossible to talk about creativity and not touch on that stuff. So, is jazz hard? No. You can play quite simply over fancy changes. The band could be blowing solos over blowing their parts like crazy at a high tempo, and it might be all these chord changes. And you can just play simple things. Listen to Wayne Shorter. He played with Weather Report. Jocko was going crazy on the bass, and the keyboards are going crazy, the drums are going crazy, and Wayne Shorter going. I guess Jocko Pastorius at one point said, "Wayne, why don't you play that thing?" He said, "I don't know, man. It's all I'm being told to play. There's plenty of music going on around here. Those guys played a lot of notes. Jocko did. He was a big influence on me." Carlos Santana, who I hung backstage with one time, I've heard him other times say that in 100 years, nobody will know who Carlos Santana is, but everybody will know who Wayne Shorter is. He thinks he's that great. So why is he great? Because he's going crazy? No, he's just tapped in to play only what the spirits are telling him to play. Miles Davis kind of had that too. It's a little bit more of a rebellion thing for him. He was just sick and tired of everybody worshiping him. Same with a lot of famous people, I guess. And he was just rebelling and playing simple just because people thought he should play fancy. I think part of it. But also it's like, hey, this is all it needs. So he kind of matured that way as he aged too. I was backstage with Miles one time too, the Newport Jazz Fest. So, is it hard? No. Is it maybe a mountain to climb as far as knowing the skills, learning all the skills, practicing your scales, knowing the knowledge, knowing the theory, which I hate calling it theory, I like calling it mechanics, knowing all the mechanics of all the scales and how they fit with the chords, and being able to hear common chord progressions in by ear and just be able to free with it. Well, that's kind of hard, but at its core, it's not. So there you go. That is lesson number 3. Be cool. Know that you don't have to be a virtuoso to play jazz. You can be quite simple and still be great. Amen.